You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, last NFL season, we made quite a few videos on NFL players getting their homes robbed. Now, we know there was some criminal syndicate from South America that was actually targeting athletes, and we covered it. Who was it that actually got their homes broken into? Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Just this season also, Shedeur Sanders got his home broken into. A couple of NBA players as well. Joe Burrow. They were targeted, folks. They were targeted. And guess what? It hasn't stopped, folks. Because now, the great defensive player for the Titans, Jeffrey Simmons, he is now a victim. And boy, it was more than just one person, according to him. Now, I highly suggest these highly paid NFL players actually get security on site. That they need it. They definitely need it, man. These players, they got families. If I'm an NFL player, I'm not trusting my family to stay at home while I'm on the road at a football game. I believe for the most part, guys, these athletes were actually targeted when their team was actually on the road, or at the very least, definitely when the game was going on. And it's pretty easy, guys, to find out where an NFL player is actually going to be, whether on the road or at home, because the NFL schedule and also an injury report. Yeah. So this is bad, guys. And boy, Jeffrey Simmons exploded on, I believe he said like 6 individuals did this. Now, how did they actually find out his address? I'm not really sure. Is his home listed under his name? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. If I'm an NFL player, I'm not listing my home under my name. I mean, you can actually start an LLC or something like that to actually cover your own property. But let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Here we go. Right over here on the New York Post, Titans Jeffrey Simmons blasts coward to burglarize his home while he played 49ers. Yeah. And I believe he actually lives in the city of Nashville too as well. Big mistake. Moved far away to the suburbs. But hey, he plays in Nashville, so it is what it is. But if I'm these athletes, man, I would not be living within the city. Now out here in Houston, guys, a bunch of these athletes that live out here in Texas, they live in the Houston area. I mean, there's no state taxes here. They live in the Houston area, but they don't live in the city of Houston. A lot of them actually live down in Sugar Land, which is pretty nice. But I digress. It says right here, Sunday offered Jeffrey Simmons little to celebrate. The Titans' defensive tackle's Nashville home was burglarized by at least 6 suspects. Shortly after 7 p.m. local time on Sunday, the Metro Nashville Police Department told ESPN, while Simmons and his teammates were in San Francisco battling the 49ers on the gridiron. Yeah, these suspects, they knew that he was on the road. The suspects gained entry into the home, quote, after smashing out window glass, and multiple items were taken by the burglars. I don't believe they actually tell us what was actually taken, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't their stuff. It was his stuff, his personal property, and they robbed him blind. Simmons called police after he arrived home Monday morning and blasted the burglars on social media. So he didn't even know until the next day. This is what he says, quote, "What if any of my family members was in my house? All that materialistic shit you can have, but this is crazy," he wrote. He also labeled the people who broke into his home as fucking cowards. Wow. Simmons, who caught his second career touchdown in the 37-24 loss in San Fran, had much kinder words for the police who responded. Quote, I want to extend my sincere appreciation to the Metro Nashville Police Department and the Titan security team for their professionalism and swift response, Simmons said in a statement. The dedication to ensuring the safety of our entire Nashville community does not go unnoticed. I remain thankful for God's protection and grace. Wow. Titan Security said it is actively working with local police to recover stolen items. Good luck with that. I hope he actually does get his stuff back, but I'm not really sure. Simmons is not the first athlete to have his home broken into, and last year was headline news as Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Bengals star Joe Burrow had their homes burglarized in connection with a South American theft group that had busted into a number of athletes' homes in the NFL and NBA. 7 men have been charged in connection with break-ins in February. I'm wondering, folks, if this is connected. And they also mentioned Shedeur Sanders, $200,000 stolen from his property. Now, guys, I'm not a rich guy. I'm not going to keep expensive items in my home. Now, granted, I'm not a multi-millionaire like these guys. These guys want their jewelry and all that other stuff in their home. I'm pretty simple, guys. I'm simple. But I believe even if I had, $200 million or whatever, I still wouldn't have all this jewelry and stuff around my home. It just wouldn't happen, man. I mean, these athletes, man, they make a ton of money. A ton of money. Now, I remember J.J. Watt when he played for the Houston Texans. We know he was a big-time star. He actually lived down there in Pearland. And Pearland is pretty much close to NRG. He lived in like a modest $400,000 house. Eventually sold that. I believe he actually moved into the city of Houston. Guys, there's a ton of athletes out here. There's a ton of athletes. Andy Pettit doesn't live far from me. I mean, everybody knows that he lives down in Deer Park because that's where he's from. I've actually drove past his house because I got a friend from Deer Park, and I think he actually knows his brother or something like that. But still, man, you got to protect your house. You got to protect your things. These athletes today, man, they're targets. They're targets, man. They're going to have to really protect their property. They need armed security at their property when they're gone, especially these high-profile athletes. Because, yeah, you're a target. You are absolutely a target. So, I don't know what else to tell these athletes, man. Maybe some of these athletes thinking, nah, it happened to this player, but it's highly unlikely that it's going to happen to me. No. That's the wrong mindset. You're a target. You're a target. You're a person of well off. You have a lot of means, and there are people that want what you got. Just that simple, man. Just that simple. They know you're on the road. They know you're not going to be at home. So therefore, hey, let's go and grab his stuff. If you got a wife and kid, if you're playing a game, make sure they're at the game. If you're on the road, make sure they're not at their home, because you just never know what can happen, man. You're just not going to know. Get armed security at your property. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.